I see 5 people here. Okay. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Can somebody say yes? It's the last day of Mercury's retrogression. I hope I will. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Great. Thank you very much. So many people have joined. Komati Neni Hari Sainaji. Hi, sir. Hi. Trivikram Acharya. Namaskar. Divya Tripathi. Hi. Hasmukh Padaria. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Nakul Sanadi. Namaste. Divyanshu Agarwal. I had a very good friend. His name was also Divyanshu in my school. Pranam. Pranam, sir. Vimla Rawat. Hello. Okay. Hasmukh Padaria is saying from Ethiopia. Great. He was that Hina Totlani. Hello, madam. All right. Linda R. Yes, Linda, madam. I'll be calling you soon. I'm very sorry that I'm unable to call you, but I will be calling you soon. She's also from Germany. I hardly have people here in Germany. Shubhra Panwar. Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. How are you? Divyanshu Agarwal is saying, I'm good. How are you, sir? Hasmukh Pudare, how are you? Yes. Okay, I'm fine, sir. Good to see so many of you. All right. Mukesh Bera is saying, watching from Australia. Great. Suranjita Haldar from Kolkata here. Pranam. Yes, I was in Kolkata for one day. Great experience. So many nice sweet shops. Priya Chaudhary. Pranam. Okay. So, welcome everybody to this session on Navamsha today. I'll be recording with Sunili Jani Pawarji from, I forgot the name of her channel, but she's very famous. Mm, uh, so, I'll be recording at 5 p.m. Indian time with her on career, how to see opportunities in career using the Navamsha. Okay. Okay, so today I'll be speaking on five. What did I name this as? I forgot. Five gems from the Navamsha. Was it gems or something else I had named? Some fancy name. Okay, so the Navamsha chart. There are many videos. Vishti Larson had done a detailed series with in my channel long time back. So please watch that, and I have also made many videos, but today's video, top 5 miracles. Okay, great, thank you very much for reminding me. So why do I say these are miracles? Because they are actually miracles. I have seen this working all the time, not 90, not 99, 100% of the times. Okay, so therefore, oops, okay. Planet to Soul Astrology. Yes, correct. Thank you very much, Shruti Haritwalji. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Sunili ji is from Planet to Soul Astrology. Yes. Okay, so that session will be on Kerry, but today, top 5 miracles. Okay, so the Navamsha chart is active since the time of conception. Okay, many times people have this very very big misconception, especially many YouTubers think that those who watch YouTube videos, they think that Navamsha gets active after there are a lot of ages in astrology market, YouTube market. First stage is 28, the next is 35, then is 32, 37, 39, some say 54. All right, all these are nonsense. The truth is Navamsha is active even before you are born, even before your Lagna chart is there. The Navamsha is there, okay, because that decides what you bring from the past lives. Okay, so therefore, the Navamsha chart is very important, okay, and we should study it very scrutinizingly. So, what is the first miracle I have written down? The first one is the trines. Okay, the trines of the Navamsha will tell you what kind of talents do you have. Yes, it's literally a miracle. People keep asking all the time, sir, what should I do? what should I do in this area, what should I do in that area of life. The trines will literally tell you. This information can be used everywhere, not only in terms of career, even in terms of marriage, okay, health, everywhere, anything. Okay, so for example, if you have Venus in Navamsha's trines, for example, then you could do things in life which are very much Venusian. Okay, so that will make you more happy, more fulfilled as a person. Okay, now which planet represents what in Navamsha? That's there in Vishti Larson series. So please go and watch that. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you here is I'm giving you a I'm trying to tell you how should you see the Navamsha. Okay, don't just see, oh, Venus is exalted, it is nice, it is good, bad, or not all this nonsense. Good, bad, keep it aside, but see the trines. Now, if you don't have any planets, if there's no planet in 159 of your Navamsha, then you have to check where are the trinal lords sitting. Okay, so once you see that, then you will see that the Navamsha is very beautiful. Okay, okay, this information you can use anywhere, as I said, even for career this can be used. So don't limit the Navamsha only to marriage. Okay, do not do that, or only for like relationships. Okay, marriage, relationships, whatever you want to call it. Because that can tell you, that can take you, 20, 30 years ahead actually. Okay, so suppose you are into, IT sector, or you are into medical science. In India, IT and medical engineering, medical science, they're very much famous. Most of the people are running towards these two domains. Whichever branch of engineering you go to, finally you end up in IT job, 90% of the people, and then the rest are running towards medical science. But does your Navamsha support that? Either of that. Okay, especially in India. All right, everybody is learning to code these days, Python, data science. But is your Navamsha supporting them? Should you do something because everybody else is doing? No, that's not correct, that's not good, because ultimately, if that's not what your Navamsha says, then you may not have interest there, and you may be frustrated later on. Okay, so do not go by what everybody else is doing. Check your Navamsha and get an idea, explore different things, but at the same time, one day you will have to sit down and specialize. All right, you have to put a full stop, you have to say period. So then what do? Then the Navamsha is going to help you like a miracle. Okay, it's a very big miracle, right? So in fact, recently I was seeing a chart. That lady had Mars in the fifth house, and she is an excellent cook, top notch, 5 star. All right, she has a different profession, but this is something which she really likes. And one day when I was talking to her, she was telling me that she wants to open a restaurant. Wow, I was like, I saw the Lagna chart, and then I was like clueless. Why in the universe does this lady want to open a restaurant? Why? There is no such combination in the Lagna chart. Okay, so therefore, then I saw, yes, this Mars was sitting right there in the fifth house of the Navamsha chart. It's a miracle. And can you guess which sign it was? It was in Libra. So that exemplifies the cooking traits of Mars. The not cooking, sorry, what do you say, culinary traits or whatever it is. All right. So excellent. This is one of the very big miracles. This can really change lives. All right. The Navamsha's trines are very powerful. They can change lives. It can take you ahead 20 years. All right. What you want to do, you can be 20 years ahead, because that might be something which you would have done already. Okay. From many, many lives. All right. Then the next miracle that the Navamsha can give you is when you see the Navamsha Kendras. Okay, the Kendras are extremely important in the Navamsha. The Kendras will tell you which areas of your life will you need, which practically in your life. Okay, so for example, if you have Jupiter in Kendra of Navamsha chart, okay, whichever house it is, fourth, seventh, 10th, or the first also. So then you will see that because that planet is in your Kendra, and Kendra is your actual literal life, your external circumstances, your home, your body, your health, and your home, which is the fourth house. Then seventh house is your spouse, your marriage, and 10th house is your work, profession, career. Okay. So so suppose you have Jupiter in Navamsha's Kendra. Suppose Jupiter is in the fourth house, seventh house, 10th house, or the Lagna. And suppose you have nothing to do with Jupiter in the Lagna chart. Okay, or you are not running Jupiter's dasha, you are not running dasha of fifth house, ninth house, nothing to do with the Lagna chart. Okay, you may be running dasha of Mars, Saturn, and you may be into coal, petroleum, steel industry and all this. But see, that will come from the Lagna chart, okay, what you are doing externally. But because this Jupiter will is in the Kendra of the Navamsha chart, so it will happen that within that coal or petroleum industry, you will have to take up some kind of a Jupiterian role. Okay, so the Navamsha will tell you the things that you have to do irrespective of your Lagna chart, irrespective of what is there. If Venus governs your Lagna chart and your Venus Dasha is running and you are into cosmetics or or like film industry and all, there you might take up the role of a guide or like a teacher or educator or somebody. You may still be in the fashion industry, nothing, not that you will change your domain, you will not go into teaching like astrology or something, but the Jupiterian traits will be used. This is a miracle, because many times people say, okay sir, I am into this industry, but then what I am doing there you go, that's the trick. So the Navamsha's Kendras are very important. You can use them, it works right left. All right. Now, the third miracle that I have seen is when you use the Raj Yogas in the Navamsha. Okay, Navamsha Raj Yogas, very, very, very powerful. What are Raj Yogas? What are Raj Yogas? What are Raj Yogas? Raj Yogas occur when the lords of the Trines and the Kendras, they have some yoga among each other. Okay, so either they are mutually aspecting each other, or they are in Parivartan, or they are conjunct. Okay, and there's another type of yoga, as when that's a bit complicated, the fourth kind of yoga. But for newcomers and beginners, these three types of yogas. So suppose your fourth lord of your Navamsha, and I'm only talking of Navamsha here, okay, the fourth lord of the Navamsha chart. I'm not saying look at the fourth lord of your Lagna chart and see where it is in Navamsha. I'm not saying that. I'm saying exclusively treat the Navamsha as a separate chart. Okay, so you see what's going on in the Navamsha. So the fourth lord of your Navamsha chart, and suppose uh, the ninth lord of your Navamsha chart, okay, Navamsha chart, not Lagna chart, if they are in some kind of conjunction, okay, the fourth lord and the ninth lord, they are sitting in the 10th house, for example. Okay, so this is a phenomenal combination. Okay, fourth lord in 10th, ninth lord in 10th. So because your 10th lord has the fourth lord and the ninth lord, so what's happening is the Navamsha's trines, the trinal lords will show talent. Okay, born talent. Okay, as I said earlier in the first miracle. So they will tell you what you are very good at. Okay, you may not be the best, okay, but you are definitely very good at that. And then because it is now the Kendra lords are also involved, the fourth lord. Okay, so something to do with education could be there. Okay, and of course that requires a whole lot of analysis, but what I'm trying to tell you through this small video is how to use the Navamsha. Okay, and when you see the Raj Yogas occurring in the Navamsha, they give phenomenal results. Okay, so as I said earlier, if Jupiter is in Kendra in the second miracle which I said, but that may not give you the best prediction, because you have to know which houses Jupiter is ruling. Now suppose Jupiter is the ninth lord, in any Navamsha, and he's sitting in the 10th house. Okay, and he's also sitting with the fourth lord. Let's take an example. So in that case, the fourth house, which represents education, so now because it is Jupiter, so these things will go more towards education. Okay, and the ninth house also shows education. Okay, so therefore you need to understand how to use the Navamsha. So that's like saying the blessings of Lakshmi and Narayan both are there. Okay, So therefore, see, somebody is posting a comment again and again. Please stop it, or else I will have to block you. All right? Please don't do it. One comment 10 times. All right? All right, because I have to see the comments of other people also. Okay? Who is this person? Sa- Sahitya ki Chhav. Please, sir. Sorry. Please don't do it. Other questions are also there. Okay, so your practical application and your inborn talent. All right. That once you see in the Navamsha, then you go to the Lagna chart. Fantastic predictions you'll get. Those Raj Yogas are now, will they fructify in this life? How they will fructify? To what extent, that you have to see in the Lagna chart. Are the dashas of these planets coming? Okay, it could happen that Jupiter is sitting as the ninth lord with the fourth lord in the 10th, and it might happen that you are running Mahadasha of Rahu. Okay, so how will it feel at the end? All right, so that's a very beautiful synastry. It's a very beautiful, it's like a song, how things will play at the end. All right, so that's how you have to study. But the Raj Yogas work brilliantly, I have seen. Okay, and if the Raj Yoga is there, if there is a particular Raj Yoga in your Navamsha, then you have to know how to bring it to your Lagna chart. Okay, bring it doesn't mean you bring the planets literally, but you have to know that in the Lagna chart, if you are running a particular dasha, how can you use something related to the Raj Yogas of that Navamsha? Okay, of those planets which are giving that Raj Yoga, how can you use those traits in the current Mahadasha? Okay, which is not of that planet, which is not related. Okay, so suppose, as I said, Jupiter is in the 10th of Navamsha, but maybe you are running Rahu Mahadasha. Okay, Jupiter Mahadasha is next, but what do you do during those 18 years? What do you do? All right, so how do you use the Jupiterian traits, okay, during Rahu Mahadasha? Because the Mahadasha is seen from the Lagna chart. All right, so it's very beautiful. It's just mind blowing, amazing it is. Okay, so therefore this is a very big miracle. In fact, this miracle is the biggest actually I have seen. Okay, number 4, what is the fourth miracle? Power of a planet in other Varga charts. This chart also tells you how powerful is a planet in all the other Varga charts. Can you believe it? Not only does it tell you how powerful it is in the D1, it also tells you how powerful it is in, D4, D16, all the D's. D60 also. All right, Sastyamsha also. It's very, very, very unique. Okay, because that is something which you have been bringing from many, 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 many lifetimes. Okay, so therefore, in this life, that particular trait is coming out very strongly. Okay, it can come out in a good way, or it can come out in a bad way. That depends on the placement of the planet. Okay, but if you are judging like the Saptamsha chart, which is seen for children, okay, or you are judging the Dashamsha chart, which is seen for career and contribution to the world, uh, then you have to really, really, really first see what is going on in the Navamsha chart. Of course, the Lagna chart, the D1 chart, that will tell you what's going on externally, which means which dashas you are running, where are the dasha lords placed, which houses the planets are ruling. Okay, so, for example, maybe you are running the of a of a planet sitting in the seventh house in the Lagna chart. Suppose your Mercury is in the seventh house in Lagna chart, and your Mercury Mahadasha is going on, and you are 35 and you already are married with 2 kids, for example. But now, suppose this Mercury is placed in the ninth house of the Navamsha chart. Okay, so then what will happen? Although you are externally married, but you will want to spend less time with your spouse and kids. You will want to spend more time, doing spiritual practices and all this. Okay, now, if in the Lagna chart Mercury would have been in a six, then you would have separated and you would live like a celibate. Okay, but now because it is in the seventh, so you will stay with your spouse. Okay, and you will maintain the family. But because it is in the ninth house of the Navamsha chart, that's what you want to do internally. Okay, so it is just brilliant. I have seen. And suppose this Mercury in the Shamsha chart is in a particular house. Okay, then in matters of career, that is something which you will do. Okay, so it's just brilliant, mind blowing. It is out of the world. Please use the Navamsha's planets to see how strong they are in all the other Varga charts. Okay, because many times people tell me that, oh, my Venus is exalted, it's in the 11th house, why am I not becoming famous, why am I not getting money, wealth, unlimited Venusian things. Well, then maybe in the Navamsha it's not that well placed. Okay, because of which, although you are externally getting it, but you are not able to maintain and you are not able to make a good use out of it. Okay, so if the Navamsha is good, then you will make the best use of a bad bargain. Should I repeat? Best use of a bad bargain. Okay, because you can handle it. But if the Lagna chart is good and the Navamsha is not good, then externally you might be born in a very big family, or very rich, or very well cultured family. But if the Navamsha is not good, you will spoil everything. Okay, and on the other side, if the Lagna chart is difficult, then you might be having a lot of challenges in life. But if the D9 is good, you will overcome them and you will triumph and you will move ahead, everyone. All right. So, therefore, the power of a planet in all other Varga charts must be seen from the Navamsha. Very important. What is the last miracle? The last miracle is the power of the Lagnesh of the D1 chart. Okay, again, I see somebody is putting the same question and again. Please do not do it. My humble request. Praful Mishra ji, please do not do it. Sorry. And there are many questions. These are pertaining to placement of planners. So what you can do is you can go to Vishti Larson's series, which he had done in my channel. You can type Vishti Larson Navamsha Exotic Astrology in YouTube. You will see the entire playlist. Okay, and you can go and see. Then you can keep seeing unlimited number of things. You have this planet here, that planet there. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? All right. You will brilliantly see all this. All right, and so therefore. Best is you go and see that video series. Okay, I'm recommending again and again and again. All right. Oh yes, what was the fifth? I forgot in my list. Yes, Lagnesh of D1, the Lagna Lord of D1 chart. It it can really show miracles because the Lagna Lord of your Lagna chart, Lagna Lord of your Lagna chart, that can show where you are focused. Okay, so many times people think Lagnesh is always auspicious. It's always good. Lagnesh sada shubh hota hai. They think like this. But that's not how it is. Lagnesh can also be bad. It can be the worst planet. It can be terrible. Okay, depending on where it is placed, how it is placed, in what dignity. Okay, so therefore, it's important that you understand that the Lagnesh is, it's like a planet which shows focus in one particular area of life. Okay, so it doesn't mean that wherever the Lagnesh is sitting, that area will shine and you will become the rock star there. It doesn't mean necessarily. It will happen if you put the efforts. Now, suppose your Lagnesh is sitting in a particular house. Okay, and then you go to the Navamsha chart. Then you take the same Lagnesh of the D1 chart, Lagnesh of the D1 chart. Okay, suppose you are a Sagittarius rising in the D1 chart. Okay, and then you go and take this Jupiter and you see in the Navamsha chart, not the Lagnesh of the Navamsha. Okay, the Lagnesh of the D1 chart, you see it in the Navamsha. Okay, this placement will tell you the things, the areas which you need to work upon yourself to get that focus which is in the D1 chart. Okay, so for example, if you are Sagittarius rising and your Jupiter is in the 10th house, okay, in your Lagna chart, so your Lagnesh is in 10th, great. That means you are externally focused towards gaining authority, position, power, name, fame, all these things. Okay, but what if this same Jupiter is in the ninth house of your Navamsha? Then what do? Then you need to go and take guidance from a guru. Okay. You need to seek guidance regarding how to be a good leader. You should study the Ramayana. Then you will see how what a great leader Lord Ram was. Then you need to study Srimad Bhagavatam. Then you will see what a great person, Dhruva Maharaj was, Prithu Maharaj, all these great personalities you can study in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is an example. Okay. So the placement of the Lagnesh of the Lagna law of the Lagna chart in D1 will show you the areas of focus. Okay, but the placement of that planet in the D9 chart will tell you w- what are those resources that you have at your command that you need to use and you need to work and you need to improve so that you can go and focus back there in the Lagna chart. The focus is there externally, the world is external, it's there. Okay, so therefore these are the top five miracles from the Navamsha, and I guess many of you might have heard all these things before. Okay, so I'll reiterate for those who are joining recently. The first is the trines. They will show born talents. Then that can be used in any area of life, career, marriage, health, whatever. Then we have the kendras, which show practical application. Okay, very important, the traits which you will have to use irrespective of your dashas and your lagna chart. Okay, irrespective of all the. Then the Raj Yogas, extremely powerful. The best thing about Navamsha, the Raj Yogas. All right, please study them diligently. Then number four, power of a planet in all other Varga charts. Okay, in all the other Varga charts, if you want to judge a planet, you must start from the Navamsha. You must. All right, there's no compromise. Okay, and the last but not the least, Lagna Lord of the D1 chart in the D9. Okay, so yeah, those were my top 5 points, and there are 100,000 million points about the Navamsha. We can go on and on discussing, but we will do that in the upcoming days, weeks, months, and years, hopefully. All right. Uh, some one or two queries I will see. Kankana Banerjee is saying, yes, please. I joined a little late. Yes, you can watch the video again. No hurries. Mahi Singh is saying, Jai Shri Ram. Sarji, Jai Shri Ram, Mahiji. Leela Devi is saying, hi, good to see you live. Make videos on niche Vargottama details. See, all the details of the Navamsha, you will find it in Vishti Larson's series. All right. Vargottama, this planet here, that planet, there, everything you will find there. All right. So please go and watch those videos. It's amazing. He's from the Parampara, Vishti Larson, and he is student of Pandit Sanjay Raji. He has amazing knowledge about the Navamsha. All right. So please go and watch those videos after you listen to this video. All right. Thank you very much and hope to see you soon. And somebody had asked me when will I upload the video recording which Rafal Gendars had done. Yes, I will upload it tomorrow. So tomorrow morning you will find the one of the most unique videos you would have ever seen. In fact, I'm telling this after 15-20 years. I have not seen such a presentation that you will see tomorrow. All right. It's on psychology. Okay. Psychology, psychiatry, human behavior, astrology, and all this. All these things are combined. How to identify how a person will be psychologically from a horoscope. All right. This can, if there is research done in this area, this can work wonders. It can move mountains. It can just, in fact, after the presentation, I told Rafal that I've seen so many presentations, not comparing anybody here with anyone else, but that presentation was so unique. I have never seen such a presentation that you will see tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. That will be released tomorrow. All right. And I have asked him about a good title. He's still figuring out what the title should be. Okay. So stay tuned. Watch that video tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. Wish you good luck. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you. Thank you. Sonali ji is saying my favorite subject psychology. Great. Nice to know that. Okay.